New York, September 20th, 2025. The global financial world is heating up after reports emerged that Chase Bank and Wells Fargo may be stepping directly into the highly anticipated Iraqi dinar IQD revaluation RV process. For more than a decade, millions of investors have speculated about the dinar's potential revaluation. Now, the involvement of two of America's most powerful banking institutions could indicate that the long wait may finally be over. This potential breakthrough is not just about private investors. It could reshape Forex trading, U.S. banking strategies, and even Iraq's role in the global economy. Both Chase Bank, J.P. Morgan Chase, and Wells Fargo are titans of the U.S. financial industry, managing trillions of dollars in assets. Their reported entry into the dinar exchange process is significant for several reasons. Infrastructure and security. These banks have the technological systems and physical infrastructure, vaults, high security centers, and global reach to handle a large-scale foreign currency rollout. Government ties. Both banks have historically worked closely with U.S. regulators, raising speculation that the IQD process may already have U.S. Treasury backing. Wealth management services with millions of American investors holding dinar. These banks could facilitate exchanges through private banking divisions, ensuring compliance with federal guidelines. According to unconfirmed reports, special redemption centers are already being prepared at select Chase and Wells Fargo branches, exclusively for high-volume dinar holders. Perhaps the most surprising element of these reports is the rumored offer of contract rates. Unlike standard Forex exchange values, these are said to be negotiated higher rates available to select clients under strict NDA's non-disclosure agreements. High net worth investors, large holders of IQD, could potentially secure exchange rates far above the market average. Humanitarian project links. Some insiders suggest that investors who commit to funding humanitarian or reconstruction projects may qualify for premium contract rates. Early access advantage. Those with pre-scheduled appointments at Chase or Wells Fargo centers may redeem before the wider public rollout. For everyday IQD holders, this news is both exciting and frustrating. While it signals progress, it also raises concerns of limited access and tiered benefits. The news of Chase and Wells Fargo's involvement is already sparking speculation in the Forex community. If confirmed, the IQD could begin formal trading on major platforms, aligning with other global currencies. Forex realignment. A sudden upward shift in the IQD would force traders to rebalance positions and hedge against volatility. Vietnamese dong, VND. Many investors believe that the VND will follow the IQD in a basket revaluation, meaning multiple undervalued currencies may adjust together. Global liquidity impact. Central banks may need to manage liquidity as billions in new wealth enters circulation through redemptions. For financial markets, the involvement of top U.S. banks adds credibility to what was once dismissed as speculation. While the focus has been on investors, the broader Iraqi economy stands to gain enormously. If this process proves real, boosting national reserves with a stronger dinar, Iraq's foreign reserves and trade capacity would improve significantly. Increased global confidence. International investors would be more willing to participate in Iraq's reconstruction, oil exports, and development projects. Geopolitical shift. A revalued dinar would elevate Iraq's influence in the Middle East and beyond, making it a more strategic financial hub. For years, Iraq's economic growth has been tied to oil exports. A stronger, internationally recognized currency would provide long-term diversification opportunities for the average IQD holder, many of whom bought dinar notes years ago in hopes of a revaluation. The stakes could not be higher. Life-changing gains. Even a moderate increase in the exchange rate could multiply small investments into 6- or 7-figure returns. Tiered redemption concerns. Reports of contract rates tied to humanitarian commitments may leave smaller investors worried about missing out on the highest values. Financial responsibility. Sudden wealth comes with legal and financial obligations. Tax liabilities, reporting requirements, and the need for professional financial management will challenge many first-time millionaires. Wealth distribution. The RV could create a new class of financially empowered investors who may reinvest into real estate, startups, and community projects. This means the RV is not just about economics. It's about personal financial transformation for potentially millions of ordinary people worldwide.
The reports linking Chase and Wells Fargo to the Iraqi dinar exchange process have set the financial world abuzz. For many, this feels like the long-awaited confirmation that the IQD revaluation RV is not just a rumor, but a real possibility backed by serious U.S. financial infrastructure. If true, the consequences will be for investors. Millions of dinar holders, from small retail investors to wealthy private clients, could experience unprecedented financial windfalls. This would create a massive wave of new liquidity flowing into the U.S. economy, reshaping personal finance, investment strategies, and even charitable projects as contract rates may incentivize humanitarian commitments. For Iraq, a successful revaluation would mark a historic turning point for the nation. Iraq's currency would gain long-sought legitimacy, boosting its credibility with the IMF, World Bank, and foreign investors. With stronger purchasing power, Iraq could accelerate infrastructure development, stabilize its domestic economy, and reduce reliance on oil exports as its only driver of growth per global markets. The shockwaves of a dinar RV would not be limited to Iraq or U.S. investors. Forex markets would need to adjust to new realities. Central banks may intervene to control volatility, and currencies like the Vietnamese dong VND could rise in tandem, creating a domino effect across undervalued currencies. This could trigger one of the most significant global financial realignments in recent memory. For banking systems, the involvement of Chase and Wells Fargo suggests deep coordination with U.S. regulators and possibly the Federal Reserve, if America's top-tier banks are preparing redemption centers and contract agreements. This signals a level of government endorsement far beyond past speculation. Such alignment would provide both legitimacy and stability to a process often dismissed by mainstream finance. Yet, despite the enthusiasm, caution remains essential. Without official confirmation from the Central Bank of Iraq, the U.S. Treasury, or the banks themselves, investors risk acting on speculation. Historically, rumors of imminent RVs have often sparked excitement, only to fade without tangible results. What makes this moment different is the scale and credibility of the institutions now being named. If Chase and Wells Fargo truly are preparing for large-scale IQD redemptions, then the world may indeed be standing at the edge of a financial event of historic proportions. For now, the message is clear. Stay alert. Verify before acting. Prepare for impact. Whether gradual or sudden, the Iraqi dinar RV, once dismissed as fantasy, could soon emerge as one of the most consequential financial shifts of the 21st century. The question is no longer just if, but when, how, and at what scale.